Robert, first and foremost, in practice today, you had a couple batted balls that you got toward the end, and obviously the defense struggled a little bit. But what can you say about, how you were reading the quarterback and being able to pretty much be the only guy out there that was knocking it down?
Well, in the beginning of the practice, I wasn't really making a lot of plays, but I kind of pride my game on being patient and letting the game come to me. So when I don't get to the quarterback, that's my number one thing I'm trying to do is always get my hands up, because a batted ball, it's pretty much just as good as a sack. It's a loss. I lost it down, but it's not really a good down for the offense. So getting your hands up, Coach Ball is always preaching getting your hands up and knocking the balls down. Such I was trying to do all practice, and just towards the end of the practice, I got two just came my way.
What was going on in a practice like this when you're going 11 on 11 and offense kind of started a little bit sluggish, but then they turned on and just kept going? What was changing out there that you were seeing maybe?
I thought it was a good practice for team-wise. We came out strong. The defense came out really strong. 3 and outs. I think we started the scrimmage with a pick six, which he had a pick six. And then the offense started picking it up, which is good to see, because when it comes to the season, we're going to need them to pick it up. So it's always good to, you got to swallow your pride sometimes. You don't want the offense to score on you. You don't want to give up any yards. It's a pride thing in the locker room.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we need them. So it's good to see that they're clicking and, they're scoring some touchdowns.
How do you respond to the fact that, Syracuse is wanting to move the ball faster on offense, and now the tempo keeps going faster and faster? How do you respond to something like that as a defensive end as you see the tempo really increase itself?
Well, it's definitely hard, and I think the tempo is moving a lot quicker than it's allowed to in the game, but that helps us. The quicker the offense moves the ball, the better we'll be when it comes game time, and the more we'll be used to it. So it's helping them, and it's helping us as well.
A guy like Adonis who gets some reps out there with the ones and the twos, what are you seeing from him? They talk about getting his weight down, but he's been able to really push through the pile. And does he make that job really difficult for you when you see a back like him and his type of stature and know that he can still move his legs?
Yeah, definitely. He's a big back, a big kid. You got to get low on him. You got to tackle him low. That's just how it is. Not many people want to go up high on AD. He's kind of like a Jerome Bettis, I guess you could say. But yeah, I don't know so much about getting his weight down and everything, what the offensive coaches want him to do, but if he keeps just running the ball like he's been doing in the spring, he could definitely help us out in the regular season.
When you lose a guy like Jay Bromley, and obviously somebody that, really can help you come forward and what you were doing and as you grow, how has this defensive line kind of evolved for you with you and Micah really being the guys that are heading into this season trying to make sure that you take care of what you need to take care of?
Losing a guy like Jay is always difficult. The production that he brought, the intensity that he brought. He was really the leader in our room last year. So now it's me, Micah, and Kroom's time to step up. He had a great scrimmage today, and we just need him to keep making plays like he's been making all spring. And me and Micah will keep making our plays like we made all spring.
I got to talk with Jay a lot off the field, and he talked to me about Daoust having the fart-free room for the defensive line. What is it like for you in that kind of comedy, how sometimes Daoust will come in and hike his shorts up really high and all these different things that kind of go on in that room outside of, some of the other rooms that are different? Jay said that it was funny and, kind of light, but how do you kind of take all that?
I like it because the room is like, it's like the flow is just free. You can kind of do what you joke around, do whatever you want within reason. But when it's time to get to work, we definitely get to work. So that's what I really like about it. When everybody's joking around, everybody's having a good time and joking around, making each other laugh. But then when it's time to put in the work and watch the film and critique everybody's locked in.
Where do you feel you're improving the most now in the spring, coming off of last season where you really got a lot more time out on the field? What would you say are those areas that you really feel like you're honing in on, or that Daoust has specifically said to you, those are your strong areas so far?
Well, I'm definitely trying to, sharpen my tools in pass rush, make my pass rush moves better, have a plethora of pass rush moves, counter moves, because most of the time as a DN, you're never going to win on your first move, so it's all about that counter move. And, just relentless effort to the quarterback. So, like I said, you're not going to always win on your first move. So having that relentless effort to keep fighting and keep grinding to get to that quarterback, that's what I'm really trying to work.
Going opposite your quarterback, Terrell Hunt, what do you kind of see from him? How does he challenge you out there?
More poised. He's definitely more poised than I saw back during the season or during camp. I think he stepped up and really took control of the offense, which is really good to see because we need him to do that. He's a great player. He's got a little wiggle to him, so you can't really break down on him in space or kind of make you miss. One of the practices he actually made me miss, so I got to get him back for that. But no, he's improved, I think, in every aspect. It's great to see.
When you're out there and you have the Clemsons and Florida States every year that like to have that speed, and obviously Syracuse tried to increase that so you get to see it in practice, how have you tried to evolve your game to be able to be prepared for that? Because you talked about counter moves and it not being your first move, but with a team that's so fast like a Clemson or a Florida State, how are you trying to kind of ad-lib and get to where you need to be for those?
I think pursuit to the football, taking plays from the backside, running downfield, trying to make a tackle from behind, trying to rip the ball out. I mean, turnovers kills offenses. So especially with the offense that's got a lot of speed, you just got to make them turn the ball over. I think that's what we really need to work on.
Before I let you go, Coach Daoust, what have you really taken away from him? I mean, he's a guy who he has a lot of tough love. I mean, he'll tell you exactly how he feels, but I know he's out there for all you guys, wanting you to succeed. So how do you kind of define his teaching tools, and how have they kind of helped you evolve?
He's definitely made my skin thicker. I mean, I'm not as sensitive anymore when he's critiquing me and everything. But, Coach Daoust, he's always trying to get you better. So you really have to take his critique as he's trying to help you get better. He wants to win just as much as we want to win. And he's a great coach.
As far as Zeke Johnson, he's getting his reps and getting his rotation. Have you tried to, help him out or teach him anything along the way to get him to where, he needs to be? He had experience last year, but have you tried to do anything as a veteran to kind of bring him along with you?
Yeah, definitely. I think everybody, the older guys like me, Micah, Kroom, and even Ron has been, trying to help him out, bring him along. More so E now because he's getting more reps on the inside, but when he gets his reps on the outside, I'll still try to help him out. It's more fundamental things with him because he's a great athlete. He's big, he can move. So it's kind of more of his fundamentals I'm trying to help him out with.
And lastly, for you, you had the flip against Penn State, right on that 1 yard line that you weren't able to get in, but did everything you possibly could to get there. How do you look at this season, and if you are to flip again, can we expect you to get in there?
If I get a play like that again, I probably won't try to flip. I'll probably just try to lower my shoulder and try to just make a cut or maybe try to get in the end zone any way possible. But, yeah, I mean, if we keep running that defense, I'm going to keep trying to get an interception. So hopefully I can bring it into the end zone next time.